You want to be here after? All right.
I want to make a donation real quick to the council if I can. $100,000.
Oh, thank you very much. I'd like to welcome everyone to the City of Jacksonville City Council work session here this October 9th of 2023. Call this meeting order and roll call, please.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Mr. Green?
Present.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Ms. Laster? Here. Mr. Galloway?
Here.
All right, item 3 is acceptance of the minutes. Any questions, comments, concerns, deletions, additions, anything?
Negative.
All right. All right, move on. We're going to move item 4 down, if that's okay with everyone. She's not here yet.
Yeah.
And go ahead and move it to after number 7 and move on to item 5. It's our 2024 council meetings schedule. I believe, Patty, did you not send something out on that?
Yep. I got a copy of that. Here.
Did you want to ask some of your questions?
Is this where we can talk about, yeah, the actual time, like when we meet?
It's not what I intended, I want to get the dates in
I think we're looking at the holidays.
But the dates should be quick. I mean, and we got time if you want to discuss it. Sorry, I'm trying to find mine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do too.
So really, the first one that affects us is Memorial Day. So I thought, since April does have a 5th Monday, I don't know if it's worth changing all of May or not. We're going 1st and 3rd.
What do y'all think?
It's just a holiday, let's just have it.
Everybody okay over there?
We don't get holiday pay, do we?
I'm sorry, I cannot find where Patty sent that.
It's all right. It was October 5th.
I see nothing wrong with go ahead and trying to make some changes now. If we come across something as the date gets closer, we might kind of adjust it again. But as far as just setting the schedule for next year.
I don't understand really what happened there, but April 8th's not highlighted either. That's my birthday.
Oh. We'll definitely meet that day. I'm sorry, I couldn't find my copy.
Oh.
Must have left it on.
Well, let me just circle it. Right here.
Make a note.
And
Make a
hey,
note.
and I had that on my calendar, Mayor.
All right.
It doesn't say how many old you are.
But neither am I.
Well, it says 2024. Is that the year?
Yeah, it's close.
Okay.
I'm not hearing a lot of conversation.
I mean, as I said, look, I know the month of May, it's Memorial Day. I mean, either you bump it up a week and go back. I don't think it's true for back to back, but if you went the 1st and 3rd Mondays of the month of April, the month of May, or the month of March, excuse me, the month of April has 5 Mondays. The month of May, well, we got to talk about the mayor's birthday, and I'm hung up on April.
So you're saying the 6th and the 20th?
The 6th and the 20th.
Is everybody okay with that?
I don't know if that makes sense to everybody,
I'm good with it.
because you would have the 29th of April, which is the 5th Monday of the month. So those 5th Mondays are a blessing when you get them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how y'all feel about that sometimes, but I'm like,
I count every day pretty good if I get out of bed.
I mean, whenever there's a 5th in the day, I could take that week off if I wanted to, except when you put a meeting on the first Monday.
I understand. Well, that was just my quick looking at the adjustment.
That's gonna be depressing, every 2 weeks would be not together.
So is that
So we're looking at just doing the first and third in May
May.
and the first and third in November?
Well, that would put October 28th and then November the 4th back to back.
Yeah, I knew that was that was the bigger issue than the other.
Just do the,
Or we moved,
November the 11th on that Tuesday, maybe?
we do it to move it to the 12th.
That's what I was gonna recommend is
All right,
just
the-
pitch that a
12th.
day later or
On
something.
a Tuesday.
and then the 25th, right?
Mhm.
So we're gonna move November to the 12th. So good?
Y'all see any issue with that, with the Christmas one? That will be on the 23rd, we'll be off the 24th and 25th. But we can either, if y'all are gonna be here,
But you'd have time to get everything ready that week of
I would
the,
have everything ready, it
Yeah.
would just be the follow-up, which probably would not be that big of a deal.
I'm okay with keeping that on the
I'll
23rd.
figure out here.
Y'all are old men, y'all ain't shopping before then,
No, on the 23rd.
That's what Christmas Eve is for.
Yeah, that's our other day. What are you talking about?
Old or not, it costs-
Trip with Buc-ee's on Christmas Eve.
my wife will buy herself whatever she wants to get for herself.
Uh-huh, yeah, the grocery store, yeah, understand.
If I remember, those meetings usually don't have a lot of heavy content, but,
Yeah.
Well, you got a weekend right before it,
no, I'm saying on the follow-up. Minutes and whatnot.
30th.
We got time if you want to bring that up.
So, I guess the question is, do y'all wanna start doing the,
Yes.
okay. Get it going.
I know what you're gonna
For
say.
a lunch meeting, like 12 o'clock for work session, 1 o'clock. for-
Well, as soon as the work session's over, go.
And just not have council scheduled for those.
Well, we did that, we tried that, and it worked, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. We usually only do it when we know we're gonna have a short agenda time, but, but we will run in times that we'll run over. But if we do, we do.
It's not considered running over if your official time is as soon as the work session is over.
True.
After the work session.
Just when we have people coming in, if, I'd hate somebody to come in to do the invocation and we're already gone.
Yeah.
So, but we can work that out as we move forward.
Well, the other option would be
Yeah,
having your council meeting start and then having your first item on your council meeting be your work session, so you can get your invocation and everything over. Then go into your work session as your first item, and then after that, go into the rest of your council meeting. There are cities that do that. Richard's one that told me that.
has mentioned that actually the work session will be part of the council meeting.
I like it.
Yeah.
We don't get a vote.
I could have voted.
It's you working folks need
Give
to,
him a call. real
so we're gonna start it, we're
How
gonna-
long, now, let's think through this, how
I
long
like
you,
that.
you take that's your first item, we have the welcome, the prayer, and the pledge and everything, and then you go to a work session.
that's what, you're combining both meetings into one,
So if we're gonna start at 6, or we're gonna start at 7?
6.
6. So the front end's the same.
We can always take a break if we were to get into a lengthy meeting.
Yeah, you could
We
recess.
have the ability to temporarily call.
Mhm. And we've done that, we temporarily adjourned and come back.
Sounds good to me.
Point of
As
personal
long as, hey,
privilege.
but we gotta make sure everybody knows what we're doing.
Yeah, it's gonna be, maybe a little hard for the citizens to know when is,
Yeah.
what part of this is work session, what part of this is. regular.
Well, most of them though, that are confused and don't really understand, this is the time that all the work happens. By the time people come to a council meeting, the first thing they'll hear is, well, that didn't take long. Well, you wouldn't hear the hour and a half prior to the meeting. We're trying to get this stuff, so yes, we pride ourselves in trying to have that 12-minute meeting if we can.
So you like that better than just immediately following the work session?
Well,
How many other places do that, and does it work?
If we have, my only hiccup is we have someone coming in to do a guest, to do the invocation or pledge of allegiance. I would feel better about it going and scheduling the meeting for 6, having that done, and that way they don't have to worry about what time they have to come.
And I guess, could you do any then, like proclamations? Could you reorder those if you knew you had one to be, call the meeting to order? Have your invocation, have your pledge of allegiance, and then do any proclamations, or if there's any guests that are here, and then go to work session?
We can organize it however we want.
Yeah, I mean, I say we set the agenda, but
Right.
we adopt it,
Mhm.
however it's presented, or however we change, but.
What's the real downside of having a work session and the council meeting immediately following?
Not knowing when that time would be, so that if you have a person who's here for their 100th birthday, and they're getting a proclamation, and you say it'll be after the work session, how long is the work session?
That's why.
If we did it-
Depends on what Terry gets on.
I mean, how they gonna know?
No, they just need to be shut, they just
They
need to show up
just show up
at
at work
6. They need to show up at 6 at the work session.
And you can
But-
fill those out.
Right, yeah, we could bump that down if we know we have a special guest or proclamation, we move work session down to item 3, or whatever it would be.
But we decide now we're locked in, right, for the whole year.
Unless
Well,
you
this
come back and
one
vote
ta-
again.
Yeah, you want always
You
change
change
it.
it, you change
Yeah,
it.
we can change it if we didn't like it, but.
What if you just, y'all can see that I'm not like yelling for that for some reason. What if we just did the work session at 6 to 6, and the meeting at 6:30? If we went over in the work session, everybody would be here at 6:30 already, and we would carry on.
It's really gonna be no different, really. It's really gonna be no, I mean,
I would say in effect, that's what it turns into.
yeah.
You know, I mean,
But it'd be easier, I think,
communicating.
yes, if
Out.
you're, I mean, what am I gonna do? Like, there's another agenda inside of an agenda, and that's how we're working that, or just gonna seem weird to me? Minutes are gonna be wrote up like that, or, I don't know.
We said
What's
from the
our-
clerk standpoint, other municipalities are doing that. Do you know, or Richard mentioned it?
How's it work, Richard? Good, bad?
Works fine, they stay with it. The only issue that they periodically discuss is not having an absolute set time for the regular council meetings, regular business. And it's because of so-and-so wanted to come and talk to us about United Way. We told them to be here at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6:30. Just, that's what you run into.
All right, what's the percentage of times that we run more than 30 minutes on work session?
Well, it's
Well, right
pretty-
now, we're
Pretty regular.
Yeah,
20, yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
17 minutes out.
6 and 6:30 may just be the easiest, and see how that works.
You're still gonna run into the same problems, no matter how you do it.
Mhm.
Cause if you tell somebody to be here at 6:30, it's
We run long.
7:15 when we get out of a work
Work
session.
session.
Well,
You
like I said
haven't
earlier,
gained any ground, really.
it's all about education. Because if people don't know it, they're gonna get confused, or, well, that's not what y'all used to do. You know, I-
That's just change.
My pants used to fit.
That's change.
Yeah, that's just change.
We don't have to come up with a decision this evening.
Why don't we work on, can we not have our city clerk work on a agenda of how it would work if we started at 6 o'clock and we did the 30 minutes, or how you gonna do the proclamations and all that? Or is it just? you
No, I
want-
think
Well,
what-
if
what-
you start at 6, you're still gonna do your proclamations after the work session. That's not gonna change.
Yeah, that wouldn't change. I think.
You're
what-
still
I
gonna
think
do
what-
that whenever the 7 o'clock meeting starts.
Yeah,
Right,
or-
I mean-
Yeah, it just, the way that would work right now, if I've heard this correctly, is 6 o'clock work session, 6:30 council meeting.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Okay, just tell me when to be here.
But I was just saying, like, that part really won't change nothing.
Right. Shouldn't, I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
Let's start at 5 for warm-ups, and then we'll go to the meeting.
I do need, there's nights I need to stretch a little bit before we get started, guys.
I like
Because
Friday.
my pants don't fit anymore, I need
I
to
mean-
stretch.
I think
can't
that
do
6
five.
and
You can't
6:30
do
would.
five.
Yeah, I can't do 5. I know you're
As
trouble.
long as we let
And
everybody
then you
know.
can put it out there on Facebook, on our Facebook page to make.
There's so many here
People at
anyway.
work get off, won't come to the meeting, though. That's-
Tony could be and put it out there on Facebook, change, you keep rolling it out there, make sure.
Sure. Sure, we can,
Well, I think
we can put it out there,
it's
you people
posted
read it or
every
not.
council meeting day. Yeah.
It is.
But they'll be,
I
you know,
Let's, okay, we've got our dates scheduled. Let's all think about this and think of the pros and cons and maybe come back next meeting if we want to start something like that.
Really, it just helps us if we have a short
It does.
session. You know what I mean? We can jump on into.
It's gonna take more time than the budget, figuring out what we're gonna meet.
Well, you heard a minute
Hey,
ago.
we need a
when
little positivity from you, okay?
I gave the city $100,000.
I know, oh, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
think it was about
this is
that.
from Andy,
So,
I keep, Andy wanted to pass
It
that
actually
down.
came from the police department.
Yeah. All right, we okay moving on? Is that clear as mud?
yeah.
So we're gonna talk about it at the next work session?
Well, I think yeah, I think it would be, I mean, that pitch of 6 and 6:30, that would be it. I know it could be strange to have minutes nested, but, I don't know. We'll have that.
Nested, yes. All right, item 6 is Christmas parade, November 30th, 2023.
I think, the purpose has been on talking about how you gonna ride,
Did we get a longer trailer?
so this makes it even, take even longer.
Is there a bathroom trailer that can be hauled and we just,
No, we didn't get the bathroom trailers purchased in time.
That's a good idea.
Going
We
forward
decorate
again.
the lines, right?
You guys.
Terry,
Don't we need a longer trailer?
I don't even know if we got the trailer.
Not Jason's driving, he can't handle it.
No, Jason can't handle a longer trailer. So we're gonna ride together, Mayor's gonna ride by himself. We just need to all be able to pile
That's
in
been
there.
consistent. He
Right.
doesn't like to be with us.
It doesn't.
So,
So y'all are gonna be on a truck and trailer?
Yeah, we'll
There
build
you go.
some, we'll build a trailer, I guess. Do what?
Truck and trailer?
I didn't think about that.
What?
We gotta be able to get on it though. True. Can you drive it?
what's he driving?
What? I didn't hear.
The low boy, like an 18-wheeler
Yeah.
trailer this
Yeah.
time.
Sweet.
that way we
A
won't
drop
be
deck?
too close together.
No pain, no frames. That way we can throw candy.
We'll wind
Better.
up.
Y'all build your float on that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, y'all could do something to it.
So do you need to know exactly what vehicle will be on other than a truck and trailer?
I wanted to tell her, you know, I think she likes to know if it's.
How
How
many?
many vehicles and?
Hey,
Trailer.
we do need another magnetic sign that was lost in transit.
Who was driving down 21 and it,
No, not 21, it was, over in the, anyway, it's gone.
it never showed up?
One
Nobody
side's
ever
gone.
returned it
I got
either?
one side, I
somebody's
just,
driving around with it on there?
yeah.
Well, we'll put it on a little thing that turns all the time.
We need stronger magnets on it this time. Yeah, it wasn't, one was missing when I got there.
So you just need one new one.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, now, how
Assuming
big-
we have the other one still?
Huh?
Assuming we have the other one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I've got it safe. keeps.
Assuming.
That one's safe.
So,
It's the other one that's gone.
do we figure that we're running on a 18-wheeler and we've got to really come up with some decorations instead of it just being flatbed? I mean, you know,
Janice, can we borrow anything from your, thing to put on our flatbed?
hay trail, hay trail.
Well, we have a float, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Here's what we can do, Richard can be Santa Claus, and
Yeah.
we'll get him on the 18-wheeler. And Andy can be an elf, and Cody can be an elf.
Santa Claus comes down and makes it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, your truck, yeah.
I think the driver has to decorate.
We could just say we clone Santa.
Yeah, we have two Santas.
It's his brother.
I got an idea, Sherry could be Miss Claus and y'all are the elves.
Oh, I like that. I like
I
that.
know who the Grinch is gonna be.
But Miss Claus wanna be in a convertible.
Oh, okay.
Pulled by the elves.
Yeah.
Pulled by the elf, yeah.
I've got the red convertible. You can put it, and I'll dress it like Elf and drive you.
Yeah, we move on, I just get a little bit out of hand.
Yep.
Thank
That's what happens. We have too much time.
you. See if we had other businesses
Yeah.
to do right now. Oh, we do.
All right, so that's all you needed. Thank you. Item 7 is the 2024 Severe Weather Preparedness Tax Holiday. I
We
guess,
just have to.
yay or nay?
Yeah, we've been consistent in it.
Yeah. Especially since we are some that have been affected by severe weather, even though there's others that, still it's important to try to help as much as you can. And what we've been told for years, that really doesn't it's not noticeable.
Tell much difference. I think it gets people in the store and they buy other stuff.
Mhm.
We only done this one this past year, first time.
First time, this last year. So we're gonna continue to do that?
I'm good with
I
that.
think so.
All right, so now we're gonna go back to number 4. Jacksonville Square Merchants.
Thanks for not making me like number 2, because,
Well, you were, and we bumped you,
thank you.
bumped you down the lineup.
sorry, you know, the joys of owning a business.
That's
and
no problem.
around and run, so I apologize. I did not speed, however, so I did get here on time, my time. So first, I just want to tell y'all, thank you for all that's been happening. There's lots of buzz about things happening on the square. I think it's, regardless of what they are, be it events that some of us may not participate in, they are bringing people who aren't normally on the square into the square. And word is that people are just really enjoying having the ability to come and get together and have community and kind of see what's happening. I think as I'm listening, I came in late and I heard like all the banter. So anytime that we get to do something great and people get to enjoy it, I think is obviously a win-win all around. So the reason I am coming is because we're going to need a little assistance. Obviously, we're all aware that things are tight all around for everyone. And so anytime that there's an event where people can come to, especially when their children are involved, they're going to come in droves. The Square decided we were participating with Janice and the Square, the merchants, the Art Council, and you guys. So we've put out that we're going to have this a Squarey Halloween, and we thought we'd have some people. As of 2 hours ago, we have 993 people who have said they are interested in coming.
That's all?
That's really, really awesome.
I'm just kidding. No.
Oh, no, it's great.
Yeah.
However, my concern is 993 people, I don't know, are they bringing 2 kids?
Yeah,
Kids?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
surely we're gonna have less than that, but even at half, that's
That's still a lot of
a
people.
lot of people.
Yeah.
And so we've also had some businesses that are no longer on the square as of recent, which dips into the number of people participating. So we're really trying to see if we can ask for some assistance in getting some candy, because we don't want these children to come, these families to come and be like, oh, yeah, there was nothing there. Just so you all know as well, we've also, we have the JSU Jazz Band is going to be playing some Halloween music. Janice is working on a blow-up, 2 blow-up bouncy houses for the children. We've also got one of the sororities is going to be assisting and doing like little stations for the kids to come and do some sort of activity to earn their treat.
Yeah.
And then we've got several kids from the education department who are going to come read some scary stories. So there's a lot of participation from a lot of different entities, which I think, again, is what we've all been wanting to see happen for a long time. I just know that I don't have the funds for 993 children to come and get candy on top of all the other things. So again, this is a plea for some assistance.
How much for the
Well, I mean, y'all are
For
just
the
throwing up, I mean, I don't know,
parade?
20,000 should
What's
cover
that?
it.
Large bills or small bills?
Well, that's what I'm.
Traceable
yeah.
or?
I know how you are. so
Untraceable.
I figure if I shoot high, I'm gonna come down somewhere where we can go.
Can they not use City Hall over there since it's not completed and use that part of the scary house
Oh, it's scary.
at night?
Definitely scary.
Put you there.
No, what
So,
things, I mean,
Just some
So-
funds or some, for candy, like literally
Or
for
literally
candy.
just
For
candy.
candy.
Okay.
Literally for candy. And I've done some research, like 750 pieces of candy is about $50. Like to get not, like I'm, cannot
Yeah.
kid you, but like, we're not giving out like the
but,
cinnamon red hots. I'm not.
right.
cinnamon-
I mean, the good candy is about 455 pieces for $30. So you're right. It's about $62 for 900 pieces. 1,000
So,
pieces.
I mean, I don't know how y'all wanna do it, if you wanna give money, if you wanna buy the candy, what, I don't know really. but-
This is a merchants association, but in conjunction with
The city.
the city. I mean, the Parks and Rec is,
Yeah, we've already
Here's the other
partnered.
thing.
And we're partnered with it, so I mean, I think it's
For
fair.
you all to throw at the Christmas parade.
Well, that's what I was thinking, buy, if you could buy at a bulk price, and go ahead and buy for Christmas as well.
There's a National Warehouse brand that you can
That's the
get.
standard price. If you bought,
There's different styles,
$300 or
different kind,
$400 worth.
different qualities.
Are you
Like, see,
asking
you,
each business to get donated? Each business is gonna make some donation, and then they're gonna we're trying to get everybody to sponsor like a station.
An
to
interactive
pick up-
something,
pick up-
right.
Pick up duck or something.
Do we just bring it to your place?
Sure,
That work?
sure.
well, look, if you got 2 pieces of candy for each kid, at 900 kids, that's 1,800 pieces of candy. And
how many
you know,
pieces of candy have you had already?
So far, I'm on my second one.
Now, and again. you know,
Yes, I'm
if
still-
we're gonna do something, we want it to be excellent, obviously.
Go ahead, Al.
I just don't want, I don't want people, because what's worse than not having anything is having something people go, well, that was a big fat, like,
Yeah.
not interested. So, you know, again, I think, I don't know, I'm figuring in my brain, like, 50 cents or more per, or 50 cents, 70 cents per kid is what I'm figuring is probably about average.
What kind of candy you gonna buy?
Do you not go shopping now?
Good candy.
Yeah, they do want it.
Yeah, it has went up.
I know, everything's going up, so.
So you talking about events. I think we're kind of all in agreement. We want to help in some way, whether it's money or donating candy or something. I'll speak for myself, guys. But what else? You said
That's,
first of all, how we can get 900 people on the square? And are the merchants, is everything going to maintain, everything going to stay?
I don't know, like I said, my hope is that, 900 people just hit that button, and that they go, oh, there's other things happening, and maybe they're not all gonna come. What we feel like we're gonna do is inside the square, we'll do the music, the bouncy house, but we'll do the trick or treating on, I don't know, we'll operate. I know, I'm sorry.
Well, that's why I was asking.
Anybody can come.
This is the night of the 28th.
It's the night of the 28th, from 5
Gotcha.
to 7.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I could hear people into the Redbird be like, you gotta drink some lemonade for a while, like, you gotta wait in line.
Yeah, that's what, do we need staging area for those? And
Yeah. Like I said, we literally, when we planned this, we were like, if we had 100 people, we would be so happy, that would be like a great event. And every day I go, oh,
But you definitely not gonna stop.
that's the 28th they're doing
Candy
this?
on the square, you can
28th.
say for.
Well, I don't know, I mean, like, that's part of our thing was like
That's
talking to chief, like,
$1,000.
I don't know, like, I'm just not sure that you can
I
have,
think we can.
I don't know.
Yeah,
$1,000.
I double checked with Richard, he said it's
I heard that.
public purpose.
Hmm?
It is.
Will be coming bouncing children on, right, there'll be no
I think-
bouncy houses.
I think you're having a number in your mind based on what you're knowing with the candy and things like that, right? Okay.
And if you
So-
look at statistically what happens when people do it, and that's why we wanted to do an event on Facebook, so we had a general idea, because like I said, sometimes things have
If this is
happened,
put out.
and you're like, you have no earthly idea. This is people who are actually are following it and paying attention, that they said, I mean, even if you end up with, I'm figuring 500.
Yeah.
I'm figuring 500. Because again, of those 993, that's one person who's clicked it. How many children do you have?
Just to add to that,
I file 2 on my
it's really
taxes.
weird for people to go and click that they're going to.
Right.
Well,
It's
we have-
probably pretty ridiculous.
We do have some who did that. We have 47 who are coming, and 993 who are interested as of 2 hours ago.
What I'm really surprised about, I mean, you'll see like the baseball and softball tournaments, they don't generally have that. Like, some got people really excited about this, so.
Yeah.
But I think that it's not a fall festival, but it is equivalent there to that. And I was trying to look at other competing things for that night, and I'm not
The only
seeing.
other thing that I know is going on is, I don't know if I get this wrong, maybe it's the there's one of the
Llama-palooza?
Llama-palooza maybe, or
Yeah,
one of
that
the
might be
other
that night.
event places is having something, but they're like 2 to 5, 2 to 6.
Yeah, so,
But yeah, we're like the only.
so I could see it being a draw.
And as soon as people see that people are coming and somebody tells their friend that they're going to the thing, that's.
Yeah.
Why don't we go for like $1,000? If they don't use all of it, then we can reimburse the city for the candy to throw.
Used for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, we're not losing out because we'll still have.
And I don't know how many of y'all were at the JSU parade, but there was a lot more people than even last year. Like, people are coming out
It
to
was-
more events, for sure, and
it was.
especially things where, again, free, not free for all of us, but free for them to attend is a big draw for a lot
Well,
of people.
Janice said she had nearly 200 at the wrestling event.
I thought it was more than.
Oh,
Well,
It looked like way more than 200.
At one point, I counted 180 something in my rough trying to count, and then at least 10, 20 more came in after I counted, so.
Some of those wrestlers probably counted for 2. They were big guys.
You talking about me again?
No,
Hey, y'all
Off
should go in.
off the subject, though, the mayor's gonna
Mayor.
get a unitard
It was nice
and
long
and a
enough.
mask and,
Hey,
I said go in, I didn't say do it.
I suggest
so,
$1,000.
yeah.
Thousands
I mean,
good.
I think
Good with
it,
that?
is that a,
That's a
I think
round.
that'd be great, yeah.
and,
thank you for everything you do.
and while the Merchants Association is here, yes, the flowers, I hear so many comments about that, and the, competition, well, it's a competition, it's a fundraising, scarecrows.
You're trying to really hone in on that square.
Yeah, I mean, I think that those are just small things, but they have a huge impact. And it takes somebody to square that committee, I mean, chair that committee. But to really head that up, and again, it's something small, and I know another municipality saw that and said, we want something kind of like this. How could we do something like this? And I chimed in and said, hey, look, this was a fundraiser for the Eastwood project, and so I think that, again, those are small things, low-hanging fruits.
And we've got some other ideas of some things coming, and again, doing what we can to try to bring lots of different entities together so that it becomes more, it's all of us in it. And I think, like I said, seeing that happen, the breast cancer ribbons that the,
Yes.
Zeta Tau Alpha.
Zeta's put
Yeah.
out, as well, like, there's a lot of things happening, like I said, it's definitely being noticed, and, it makes people happy, and heck, right now, we all make people happy, so.
We do, and it won't be long, and I know Janice's crew will be decorating, and,
Oh, we're in the burst, people, we are,
yeah,
end of the year is here,
yeah.
it's here.
Anything else? Anything else, Laura?
I'm good with
End of the
it.
year's here.
I think that's a good DR too, for everybody.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your 2 years.
Well,
I hope you have many more.
yeah, it's crazy, absolutely, thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right,
Actually tried to find a note too, that you should see the flower change out.
Actually, I can tell you that I think it's coming in like 2 weeks, she's
Yes.
ordered flowers now. So there'll be a flower,
Yeah,
refurbish.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
And, there will be some other decorations on the square coming from merchants.
That's all right.
yeah.
any other business?
Yes, baseball field. Could somebody tell me where we are on that? 'Cause I talked
He's
to
out in
Richard.
left field, can somebody help
I
him?
know, I'm behind
Anybody knows
the
where-
backstop on this one.
Just deciding which one of those scenarios you want to go. Drew off what there would be theirs.
Does anybody have that?
Well, I
Mayor,
don't,
mayor's got them printed off.
He does.
when I talked to the superintendent, all we were worried about was a lot of the verbiage, and he didn't say anything about which scenario other than he's ready to go.
Yeah. Front and back. One's on front, one's on the back. You don't pass over
I
there.
will.
Yeah, thanks. Now, I believe, Rich, correct me if I'm wrong, that was kind of an issue toward the end of last week, that we didn't know what we were going to, with A or B, the footprint of what we're actually going
Footprint of
to. Yes.
I think Janice had spoken to that issue and had actually created those maps, if I'm not mistaken, and my effort, the last draft that I sent, I attached to it what I think was Janice's recommended footprint.
And when I talked to him, he said it was good to go. Now, I don't know,
So-
is that after you sent him another one besides the time I called you and told him he was ready to go? He said the verbiage was good.
I think, yes.
So you sent another one after that?
And that has the attached
All
map
right.
to it, and I think the map actually created a question as to which
So what-
map do y'all want to go with?
So what, I mean, I guess I'm really goofy here, but are we reinventing the wheel, or, I mean, as far as,
One of those is what we've always used in the past.
yeah.
The other one's expanded it out to the road.
Why do
Basically
we
changed.
want to expand it?
I don't, but that's
I
what
like
they did.
keeping
think
it the way it
Janet made
was.
first.
I mean,
All right, so are we calling this A? Is this,
I'll stick with whichever one you want to take.
I think the little one's gonna be A.
A would be what we've been doing, right?
Right.
Basically.
Yes.
But what was the reasoning for drawing B? Or,
I think just to give them the more responsibility if the care and maintenance of the property.
I was saying it's more maintenance than.
But this is not, it is still our property at the end of the day.
We're not giving up any land anyway.
No, we're
It's-
not.
So why not keep it like it is? They are used to it being like it is. And go from there. And let's get the baby to bed, because baseball season, what,
It'll be February.
Right.
yeah.
4 months away?
soon.
And if they're gonna do any improvements, they're gonna have to jump
Well,
on
I
it.
mean, this agreement had expired anyway, so this is
Yeah.
just an upgrade on this agreement.
So the little one.
Where does Parks and Rec?
Agree with that?
So
Bless
the
you.
difference in the maps is in some of the verbiage that was put in the MOU that Richard wrote up, it had things about, building additional things and a parking area, and if you keep the original map, which I don't care either way, but if you keep the original map, there's no place to build a parking
yeah.
area. So that was why I did the two, the one that as is now, and the other one with a little bit of land, so if they choose to do additional parking, it's there.
But I think that's something we would like to readdress at the time. If they decide they want to do something as stationary, as permanent as parking, that's something we all need to get together and agree
It
upon.
was just some of the verbiage that was in there, so that's why, you know, if they're gonna do that, you gotta have more spots, so. Doesn't matter
vote
if
for
it's
it.
one way, half a dozen another.
All right, so we're moving forward with this
On
one.
A.
A.
Yeah.
I like B. I'll be different.
You B?
Well, we'll just see.
Well, because I knew what Dr. Howard was saying is, yes, there are some things that they're looking at, and then we come back to, because it would be, it's still our property, but then we're coming back to now they can't, because then we've got to redraw something out for them, and
It's,
I'd be willing to say they're gonna put more money in that ball field. and those
Yeah, I was about to say, I
buildings.
think
They ought to
they're
worry
gonna-
about parking.
yeah, I get that.
Before they spend money on a parking lot, they're gonna.
But I noticed, that's like it's not jumping, but the clearing that's right out here outside the public safety complex.
Yeah.
Have we been doing that, or is that contracted work?
Where's this?
Out here,
oh,
Yeah.
we've been doing it.
the sidewalk area.
Well,
But they've actually went more than the sidewalk. They
But
cleared
some
all
of
that
that
out.
clearing right there, some of that up around the field, I've noticed is thick underbrush. I don't know, I mean, I don't know, so if that has been city that's doing that, it just as I went up there, I noticed that's really thick, and I don't know if they've said anything about that or not, but I look at underbrush and I look at that, and it being a park area, you can't really get out and walk in any of those trees. Now, you can over on the walking trail, on the Kiwanis Trail.
So part of that, you've got the mountain biking trail.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about right around the state, like behind the first base side.
Oh, okay.
You know, behind the small
First
park.
base and third base.
Well, on the first base side, up there, you know where the small parking area is up on the hill?
Oh, mhm.
It's kind of on that hillside, and it's, I don't know.
Stanley them just went in there and did a lot of work on that just a month ago, two ago.
Then I could have missed that, okay.
Yeah,
Good.
they went in there and used that skid steer, eat a lot of that up.
That's
hauled
Is
a
that when
bunch
they were
of-
doing it all here?
Hauled a bunch of old trash out of there,
Awesome.
pipes, and
Yeah, I noticed it was
it
just.
may have grown back up.
it's-
They did clean
Well,
it
if it
up.
was a month ago, yeah, that would have,
I can't remember. You remember, Janice, how long ago?
It's been a good while.
Okay,
It's been-
well, then
It may
maybe.
have been 6 months, I don't know.
because I'm thinking this was back, well, I can tell you when it was. It was when we were getting those trash cans. That was back, what, April, May, when I noticed that, and it was just thick.
Yeah, they carry some old tarps and stuff, left them out there. They hauled all that off and cleaned that up, but I bet it may have grown back up.
But again, that might just be
I'll get a
something
look
that's
at it.
not in the agreement, but it's our property, they're using it, but just stuff like that. If we
Yeah.
have the time and the effort to put into
We
it.
take care of it.
Right, this is still a partnership.
Yes.
So make this work.
I'm sorry. that's what
That's
you
the
said, so.
no, that's true. Key word was, it's a partnership,
Yeah.
All right,
so.
so we'll have that on the agenda next time, ready to go.
All right. Now, are we gonna send the superintendent, make sure he knows what we've gonna vote on? Or has he got it in his hand?
He's got
He has
a
his-
contract.
He has a contract.
All right, and but what about this drawing?
At some point, they've seen that, but I'm not sure they know that's when we're, I don't know why y'all can't go ahead and vote on it, sign
Right.
it, and send it to them. They need to sign it or not.
All right.
Good idea.
Either
Good
way,
deal.
they won't talk to you this week.
Yeah, there. Any other business?
Yes, I have another question, which I know it surprises you. Is there any way, and I'm not trying to create work for anyone or whatever, that like, say on Friday afternoon or some sort, that we could get an update on all the things that maybe have been talked about that are going on, that like, we would be able to read a bullet point, so this is, you know, this one's out of business, this is, you know, potential, you know, whatever, to where we get to the grocery store or the drugstore or whatever, and people know more than we know that's going on, and I get to look natural. And, is there a way that we can have the bullet point sheet to what's going
Basically, just
on?
keeps track of
We used to get
You'll
that.
always be told
But-
when businesses are closing down in the city.
No, I
But
saw that.
Well, we used to get the license list, but
Bad example, but I'm just saying, and maybe it doesn't bother anybody else, and maybe it's not that big.
what is it you said if you knew as much as people thought you knew, you couldn't stand yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'd be hard to be around. If I knew that.
Well, I don't know, I was just something that I thought, I mentioned to Tony before, and I thought I'd bring it up to see if that's something that, is possible or not.
I think what you're referring to is there might be, would it be if it's an official thing, then yes, but if it's an unofficial, then no, you
No,
shouldn't.
it's just something that updates.
I got lost in the process here. You're talking about a list of vacant buildings?
No, I'm just
Just
talking about like,
anything that's going on. really.
anything's going on in the city.
Just information.
Because last weekend, somebody came to me, which they were wrong, but they said,
Well, see, you didn't know they were wrong though.
I didn't till my wife told me I was wrong.
Terry wants the gossip. is what he wants.
No, it's just that a lot of times, people come and they'll know more than we know, and they'll say, well, why don't you know, y'all the city council? I said, well,
We don't get paid to know, we get paid to work.
I just blame on the city clerk, and I said, the city clerk is the one in charge of communications.
Y'all, your answer should be, we are the city council. We are giving the information when we need it, but we're not involved in the day-to-day business
That's a
of
given.
the city.
I've said
And
that
so
all the time.
sometimes you won't know about something that might happen right now until you need to know about something that might.
But we need to know before Facebook knows about it.
Yeah.
Well, that can't happen.
You get
You
blindsided.
know, I mean, if it's on, if it's on Facebook, it's out.
There's a lot of times that Facebook knows about it before we even do.
But you know, he's still on saying like,
Yeah, I agree.
people
but-
call because they see it on Facebook and I have no idea about it.
I just blame it on Ben.
And then
Yeah.
that's another way for you to.
Well, we have a plausible
Citizens
deniability.
also, that when they have a question about something going on in the city, yes, if they have a problem that they can't get handled with the regular employees of the city, then yes, that's what you're there for. But if they have a question about something that's going on in the city, just a question, they should be referring it to us first and then allowing us to get them in touch with you if they need to.
That I have no problem with. I tell them to call you, because I don't want anything to do with it. My job's not to run the city. If it's anything about anybody's
It is,
fault,
okay,
it's
I'm
yours,
proud.
it's yours and the mayor, okay? It's that simple. But I mean, just sometimes it'd be nice, well, maybe, forget it. I'm sorry I brought it up, we'll move on.
You burned up two
What?
already.
I burned up two. I'm
The third one better be a good one.
No.
What if there's something that anyone that feels necessary for us to know, simply being attached to an email is pretty easy. If you get to that point. I don't know about a weekly
Dossier,
yeah. Because a lot of times things are going on, but I think we all could do a little better job of getting information out and just stuff to need to know kind of stuff. Because it is bad. It is bad to get blindsided.
Well, and I think, because I've been in that position before too, Terry, when someone says, well, a person at City Hall has told me this.
Yeah.
And I say, I don't know anything about it because I don't do the day-to-day, but it is something that I would have probably already supposed to have been known about, maybe. And I can use that, I'll know when I know. But then you start to realize, well, no, that was a closed-door meeting, so now where did that come out from? And I think that's where I always find myself saying, well, maybe hopefully it is just a rumor. And then, like you said, in that case, it was unfounded, but
But then there's other times.
yeah.
I'll just say this, and then I'll shut up. I'm gonna play like Schultz off of.
I know nothing.
I know
There
nothing.
you go. Love Schultze.
Please pass me another piece of candy, please.
Here's,
Anything else?
I'm good.
Oh, one more thing, about the meeting we had with the Student Government Association at JSU, it was wonderful. We got a lot of input, I'm sure the mayor and,
Very good.
the mayor and Terry.
Turn around. Do
Yeah,
that.
no, turn around. Okay, we had a good meeting with the students at JSU and telling us the things that they would love to see in the city. And a lot of them wanted to volunteer, but they don't know who to get in touch with and a lot
I just
of.
told the mayor.
Yeah, did. We used to go to the mayor's office.
well, that's day-to-day stuff. Just send it to
Yeah, but there might be new people that are in leadership that don't know that, so I think it was a great meeting to hear those, different ideas that they had. And they wanted to do more things with the city council and the community, so I thought that was wonderful.
Tell you what, it was good. It was young people being excited about being involved, and they are not afraid to work for their future.
Right.
That was the thing I got out of it best.
Very
Well,
smart.
I knew I couldn't make it Monday, but I did hope in talking with some of them, because I see a lot of them every day, is, they used to be able to assign someone here, kind of attached to the city council, just so that they were involved in hearing work session and hearing the city council itself, is that maybe that's something that they're gonna be able, because I know they've talked about trying to do that again, so they can commit to that, and whether it ends up being, we've talked about having a junior council and maybe pulling in some students from the local schools, high school especially, just for those young people who have an interest in this public service area. I think that's one of those.
Ron Vine does a great job.
Yeah, and then even Jack State students too. I mean, because there are students there who are already thinking about, I want to
Hey,
serve.
they're our future,
Yeah.
bottom line, they are our future.
And
so-
we can hear things from them that we don't see,
Or
and
never
that
see,
we don't,
right.
we're not processing it that same way. So maybe that's just something that we can structurally find out how, if another municipality is doing that, Montevallo does that, or.
By bringing them in, doing the pledge, it's just bringing them in, letting them know
Absolutely.
what happened, at a younger age. Say, oh gosh, I'd like to do that one day, maybe
Yeah.
they want to.
Montevallo developed one where they have their own council meeting. They started with bringing it in with the regular council, but now they have their meeting night, have their own little junior council
Oh,
meeting. Do the whole bit. It's
What age is that, Mayor? Is that
high school primarily.
Yeah.
I think there might be some college students in there, I believe it's primarily high school.
I like that.
I assume they're still doing that. They were doing it a few years ago.
do they run for election?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know there was some back in the day. It wouldn't be a full time, but they got started with just doing it like a day.
Mhm.
Because I actually was first elected in 1981 as city council in the mock, student government for the city of Oxford.
That's a
So
long time.
I've been in office nearly as long as you have.
Did it cost you $25?
No, just like, well, I probably did with all the paint. But my point is, that got you involved, and it was a one-day thing, and you got to, everything from the chiefs all the way up to the mayor. Everybody had a position that they got elected, they had to go through an election
It's like boys
process.
state, girls state,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So something else, maybe something to get back with the high schools and see if they want to do that, just that way they can partner up with that position for the day.
I was really impressed with the questions that they asked.
I was
You
too.
know, you can tell they really thought it through, that's pretty serious questions.
Well, they still get civics, 8th grade, I think is the state of Alabama.
Till 8th grade.
I think it's 8th grade. But, so that's kind of in that time frame when they begin to maybe see some of that. But, beyond 8th grade, yeah, they're starting to formulate opinions and it's an opportunity to, again, at least hear from them and then give them a chance to see what happens.
Well, you had one young lady wanted to be a U.S. Marshal, one wanted to be a lawyer, one of them wanted to be a party planning for big, hotel chains and stuff. And the variety was there, and that was a good one.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. Schultz says nothing else.
All right, we'll adjourn and get started back in about 9, 10 minutes. Thank you all.
Rock and roll. 9 or 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the City of Jacksonville's council meeting on this October 9th of 2023. I'll ask y'all to please stand. My Reverend Fred Smith from the Bridge Christian Center will present the invocation, and then please remain standing. We have a special guest at the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's bow our heads and pray. Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for the entire municipality. Thank you for our council. Thank you for the city, all of the staff, our police force. Thank you for our fine citizens. We thank you, Lord, for each agenda item. We ask for your wisdom and grace to be with us as we deliberate and we continue to be a blessing to the city. We thank you. In your name we pray, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Ms. Sherry, you want to introduce our guest?
Yes, our guest is Bryson Doss. He is a student at Kitty Stone, and you're in the
He's at the high school
Oh.
now.
the high school, Jacksonville High School. You seventh grade? Okay. All right. This is Bryson Dawson. We're so glad that his parents let him come to do this with us. Thank you.
Attention, so pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bryson.
Thank you all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Mr. Green?
Here.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Ms. Laster?
Here.
Mr. Galloway?
Here. Item 5 is the adoption of the minutes.
So moved. Second.
A motion, second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 6, the adoption of the agenda.
To the main agenda, add item 7, proclamations and recognition. Item C is DeWitt Doss 90th birthday recognition, October 11, 2023. To the main agenda, add item 15A, disposition of surplus property. Also to the consent agenda, add item 15A, disposition of surplus property. 1 is the police, A is decal number 7623, 2020 black Chevrolet Tahoe. Bin is 1 GNL CDEC 3LR 23747, and it's to sell it.
Do I have a motion to accept the
So
agenda as
moved.
amended? Second. A motion to second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 7 is proclamations. I believe we have a special proclamation tonight. We have 3 in order, but I think only one's here. And I think it's a birthday celebration. I think we have Councilmember Green's going to read this for us. Would you like y'all to please stand while he reads this?
Certificate of recognition. Whereas Mr. DeWitt Doss, age 90, is being recognized for his direct and indirect impact on the lives of countless people and his continued involvement to make Jacksonville a better place to live, work, and play. And whereas Mr. Doss, who has always called this area home, resides on East Francis Street in a neighborhood filled with great people and memories that include raising a family with his adoring late wife of 65 years, Nancy, the former Nancy Womack, who passed this life and entered into eternity in the year 2020. And whereas Mr. Doss attended Jacksonville City Schools and then decided to serve our country by entering the United States Army and returning home 3 years later, where he used the GI Bill to earn his GED in 1957. He retired after serving in the Alabama National Guard for 20 years. And whereas Mr. Doss worked for years at the Jacksonville State College performing various duties that included landscape work and assisting President Dr. Cole's wife with miscellaneous duties. He later worked at the Anston Army Depot as a locksmith until he retired at the approximate age of 75. And whereas the Doss family grew to include 2 sons, Jerome, who passed away in a motor vehicle accident in 1980, Arlen, who was married to the former Jeannie Taylor, and 3 grandchildren, Dakota Doss, Autumn Doss and Bryson Doss. Whereas Mr. Doss truly enjoyed being a member of the football chain gang, starting with Jacksonville State University and then with Jacksonville High School for approximately 45 years. And whereas Mr. Doss played and coached various sports and played adult softball until he was in his late 70s and coached female softball from 1977 to 1991. And whereas former baseball players who were fortunate to be on his regular or all-star teams during the late 1960s and early 1970s have used the lessons taught by Coach Doss to improve their lives and the lives of others in the communities they call home. Some of these lessons include being a good sport, whether you win or lose, playing together as a team, and working hard to improve your skill set while helping younger players improve theirs as well. And while winning was always the goal, Coach Stewart provided support and encouragement when they didn't win, which in turn helped players to practice harder and win the next game. Now therefore, by the virtue of the authority vested in the Mayor of the City of Jacksonville, Alabama, Mayor Johnny L. Smith does hereby deem it an honor and pleasure to extend on behalf of the City Council the warmest wishes and appreciation to Mr. DeWitt Doss and offer this certificate of recognition to Mr. DeWitt Doss for his loyal service to our country, our community, and the many boys and girls, men and women that he positively impacted. Signed on this day, 9th day of October 2023 by Mayor Johnny L. Smith.
Happy birthday, sir.
May I say that?
Yes, sir.
My name is Vaughn Showman. I'm a family from here, grew up. It's just been a pleasure. It's been something from above to honor a man like this for his life, and I thank y'all so much for doing it. We have a gathering at Germania Springs at lunchtime. I'd like to personally invite you, if you tell me what you want to eat, I'll bring it. But it's a bring your own. If you're hungry, drop by, talk to them, talk to some of the former players who are coming back from other cities. We got John Curry coming from Memphis. So he'll be tomorrow. We'll go see Jack's game tomorrow night, so go Cubs. Go Cubs.
Brendan, you need his name and information? You good? All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, you could leave me.
All right, we'll move on to item 8, public comments concerning any agenda item. Anything that currently is on the amended agenda, this time for you to come up and speak. Seeing no one come forward, move on to item 9.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the traffic enforcement agreement with North Central Alabama Highway Safety Office per the attached.
Have a motion, second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 10.
Consider action to approve the appointment of Joshua Isaac Goodwin as a reserve officer in the Police Officer Reserve Program created by ordinance number 0-645-23.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion, second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 11.
Consider action to approve the promotion of the following: Jacob Collins, Police Corporal, Range 20, effective October 11, 2023, due to the promotion of Jeremiah Weldon.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion, second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 12.
Consider action to accept the resignation of the following: Carlton Phillips, Correction Officer, effective October 6, 2023.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 13.
Consider action to acknowledge the retirement notification of the following. Randy Childs, Assistant Fire Chief Paramedic, effective January 1, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second, any discussion?
Do we have to accept that one, or acknowledge it, I guess? Congratulations.
Yeah, Randy's not here, but, I know he'll be missed. Any other discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Consent agenda.
Item 14, budget amendment requests. Item 15, purchases over $7,500. Item 15A, disposition of surplus property.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. It's time now, for any public comments for any general items. Anyone would like to come forward, this is the time to do so. Seeing no one come forward, we move to council member remarks.
Just remind everyone, tomorrow is a fall preview day for campus, as well as a home football game. It's going to be a very busy day in the city of Jacksonville. Certainly the Jack State football program continues to make waves and is getting a lot of interest. And so I know that all of the city will be on its best tomorrow and looking its best, but there will be a lot of guests coming into town, specifically for some of the things that are on campus, looking at the university to attend school, but then also for the football game. And I'm excited for a Tuesday night game. Initially, I was not too sure how that would be, but I think that's going to be fun and unique and just a little bit something different. But that's all I've got.
Thanks, sir.
What time is the game?
Yeah, you can settle it.
Kickoff is 7,
Okay.
right?
6:30.
6:30, yeah.
Just wear your white. All right, if there's nothing else, Mayor's report.
Thank you very much. You will see some pictures up there for this great event we had on Saturday, the fishing rodeo. So I want to thank Police Chief Wood and Assistant Police Odom for all their hard work putting that together. Fishing game folks came out and helped out. Walmart gave out lots of reels. It's just a great event. A lot of people volunteered to help kids get fish off the hook. A lot of good pictures made. I hope you've seen some that's being put out as well. So it was just a tremendous event. Every kid caught at least one fish. Some of them caught 12, 15. So they were pretty excited. Again, I just hope we can keep this up because it was really, very nice. Very nice event. Some upcoming Halloween events that you need to be aware of so you can take part. Creepy Crawly Halloween at the library on the 20th of Friday. Then on Tuesday the 24th, Not So Haunted Trail Trek. Card is presenting, and then Haunted Jacksonville Walking Tour by the library on Friday the 27th. There's been a very square Halloween party with the Merchant Association and Park and Rec on Saturday the 28th. So you see the time as we those events up there. So make note of those. We've got to take part in those if you have an opportunity to do so. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Any other business? Item 20.
Consider action to adjourn into an executive session under the provisions of the Code of Alabama, Section 36-25A-7A7, to discuss the preliminary negotiations involving matters of trade and economic development.
So moved.
Have a motion, have a second. Motion second, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes?
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Laster?
Yes.
And Mr. Galloway?
Yes.
We will not be returning back to chambers, so have a good night, be safe.